So this becomes a whole shaila in the Rishonim about what do I do when the Gemara leaves you hanging? When there's a Sfeika in Halacha, or as they call it in the Pasken, Sfeika dedina. When you have a Sfeika in the din, this is not just a Sfeika in Metzia, it's a Sfeika in the din, it's a Sfeika in din. What do I do? The Gemara says beferish, Teiku. I don't know. We did not come to a conclusion. And therefore, the Rishonim have this discussion. What is the halacha under this condition? Now, I will tell you that this gets into a very interesting discussion of chazakas and what the achronim, the later commentaries, have a field day on this issue. Because, why do I say they have a field day? Because there's a whole question here. Okay, what is chezkas marakama? Is it stronger than a safek? Is it not as strong as a safek? Right? For those Rishonim who say that chezkas marakama wins, that means, we have to assume that it belongs to the first owner, right? Because when in doubt, you have to go back with the first owner. The other Rishonim are saying, no, you don't have to do that. Well, why not? Why do they hold differently? There's a whole discussion over here in the Achronim about the inner workings of chezkas marakama versus safek in din versus mam and hamotel b'safek cholkin. Why each one? What's the shita of this? We're showing them all like this, and the shita doesn't. There's a lot of discussion amongst the achronim about this, about how all these things work in logic, right? Anybody who's interested, one of the most famous svarim in the achronim is a sefer called Shav Shmaitza. Did you ever hear of the Shav Shmaitza? Shav Shmaitza was written, the author, Reb Aryeh Leib, I think his last name is Heller? I'm not sure. His name, everybody knows him as the K'tzos HaChoshen. He wrote 3 famous svarim. He wrote the K'tzos HaChoshen on Choshen Mishpat. He wrote the Avnei Miluim, which is a sefer on the Even Ezer portion of Shulchan Aruch. And he wrote a famous sefer, his first sefer, was known as the Shav Shmaitza. 7 sugyas, and which that he devotes a whole sefer to different aspects of these kind of things. Aryeh Heller was okay. So, a very famous sefer, an amazing and incredible sefer, and he devotes like a whole one of his sugyas is to this discussion about what's the hierarchy, where's the thing, and he goes into all these discussions, all these things, brings the Rishonim from everywhere. It's amazing. The whole thing is incredible. And he quotes our Gemara. Because this is one of the places where it's gonna be relevant. Anyway, that's beyond the purview of this year at this point. I just, in case you're interested in some extra credit reading, some interesting stuff that comes out from the sugyas. Okay. In any case, so Lamaisa, at the end of the day, the Gemara, as far as the Gemara is concerned, the Gemara has left this as a open question that we never resolved.